Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another episode here on African Confessions. The following story that you are going to be listening to, it comes from a translation of a WhatsApp call conversation that I had with one of our dear sister. Strange things indeed they do happen in this world. The message reads like this. Hello, Brother Nasha, how are you? As you can see, I really have a very beautiful home here in Durban. Yo, it's so nice here in Durban. The car that was given to me by my blesser, if it was not taken through the bank, I could have sold it to you or to anyone who wants it, because I have 3 cars now that I am using, and this life, it is so it's so nice. Each and every day I wake up, bath myself, and then just sit on the couch waiting for him to return back home, and always drinking my champagne, not your regular one, expensive. You really want to know how I made it? A girl from Zim, how she made it so this big here in a foreign land. How I went from being just another girl from Mutare to living the life of luxury here in Durban. Well, this mine is not about Cinderella meeting up with his Prince Charming. There was pain through hard work. Yeah, I know that there might be people who think that I got everything easy, but it was really painful. My journey, my story has been a painful one, and there is no prince that will ever come to save you. I want to tell the girl child out there, go out there, hustle, and you have to know that there is no Prince Charming that is coming to save you. Save yourself like the way that I saved myself. You see, I really had a beautiful body. I still have that beautiful body. But the problem, when I came here, like I was trying to assimilate and become more like a Zulu woman, but there was a little bit of a problem because of the complexion. Like, I once dated this other policeman, so he was like, "Are you from Zim?" And I was trying to pretend as if I was South African, and I said, "No, I'm South African." And it was like, "Yeah, I can see that the body, the curves, they are there, but the skin, it is not there." That was when I saw that my skin was giving too much Zim, and I thought of saving myself so that I can just look like a local woman. I bleached my skin. Yes, that was it. I bleached my skin. I did a lot of medication, self-medication, also going to different doctors, your dermatologist, and I was using that police officer's money. Like, when you get his bribe money, he would come with it straight to me, for he did not want to know. He did not want his wife to know, since he was a superior at work. So he would just come and drop the cash with me, and I would be stealing the money from him, and I would go and bleach my skin. Listen, when I was bleaching my skin, this poor officer, I had already seen that he was just a hustler and he could not give me the life that I wanted. I used him, and I want to be honest with you, and I used his money to make myself look more beautiful. Like, ladies know this, when you are dating a man, try to make sure that you upgrade yourself so that the next man that you are going to be with is a man that has a lot of money, maybe 5 times more the money that your current boyfriend has. Like, I am dating a blesser that is wealthy, but I am looking at your Elon Musk type of rich. That is what I want. And you need to make sure that you keep on upgrading yourself as a woman. And me bleaching my skin, it was the best decision that I ever made. Like, when you look at me now, and if I were to show you some of the pictures when I was still back home, you will be shocked. It's like we are 2 different people. But you can see that the curves, they were there, but not yet there. So people can talk all they want, but look at me, I'm rich and I am living a very good life. I don't even have to break a sweat to make even 10 grand a night. Let me take you back to the beginning. Growing up in Mutare, life was not easy. We were not poor, but we were not rich. It was just an average lifestyle. I was an average dark-skinned girl blending into the background like everyone else. There was nothing that was special about me, at least not on the outside. And in that place where I was, if you did not stand out, no one would give you the time of day. But even as a young girl, I knew that I was destined for more. I was not I wasn't about to become one of those girls who stayed in the village, got married to some local poor guy, spent the rest of their life raising kids in a small house. I wanted a soft life, money, cars. And what made me to want the soft life? This was when one of my auntie came. During those days, we used to call it a golly when people would come to a golly or a journey. During those days, like my auntie came, when she came back, she had some money and I saw that she was looking good. So that was when I reached that decision that I also wanted to come to Johnny. And when I came here, I then moved to Durban. But oh my, Durban was even tougher than I had imagined. When I first got here, Durban was really brutal. I had nothing, no connections, no money, no idea how to get ahead. I had tried everything, but nothing was working. Selling myself in the streets, the dark skin was not helping either. I would go out to clubs trying to get noticed, but I'll always be overlooked, and the men will be collecting your yellow bonds. The light-skinned girls were the ones that were getting all of the attention, all the offers. I would see them being picked up by rich blessers, going out on shopping sprees like those that were now my friends. That was when I met a man who transformed my life, a man who told me the truth, who told me that I needed to lighten the skin tone because I was too dark. He said that you're a little bit dark as if you are from Venda, but your nose is the giveaway. It is a dead giveaway. And you need to make sure that you correct that. So then I was using the money that he was getting from the bribe. At first, like I was hesitant. Bleaching, it sounded so extreme. And I had heard almost about all the horror stories, but I was desperate. I wanted to make sure that I use my body, like to make sure that with the body that I had, I was not going to put it to waste, to give it all to someone who could not buy me a car. Like that police officer, he could not buy me a car. All that you could give me maybe were your 300 rands, your 500 rands, and see what he will be doing on top of you, simply because he was giving you that small change. So after that, that was when I started getting really serious. It did not happen overnight, but as my skin lightened, so did my life. The first time someone complimented me on how I looked, I felt like I was finally being seen. There was this other man. I was at a club. Since I was taking advantage, because the police officer, when you would be on duty at night, he would never come to the place where I was staying. So I would go out clubbing with some of my South African friends. Then there was this other guy. He just came to me. He was smiling. And I said, "Now what?" And he said, "You are glowing. Wow." And then I knew that I was moving on in the right direction. For the first time in my life, I was picked up and the guy went with me. He said, "I want this to be very special." We went to a hotel and then he gave me so much money. And from there on, that was when I continued with my bleaching. I was at this other club in Umhlanga, and at that time I met a guy who was saying that he was a hustler. The guy, he had a boatload of money in his car. He just gave me some money and he sponsored me to go and get those injections to make myself even look more like a white woman. Yeah. There are people out there who do not like us, who do bleaching. It is not a sin. That is what you would have chosen. It's not like I am breaking any law, am I? And most of the people that hate women that look flawless like I do, they are your broke ones, your struggling ones, you're stuck in life, never going anywhere. Yeah, there are those that might call me names, but Brother Nashi, I want to tell the other women out there, what I can say is that in this world that we are living, if you are dark-skinned, it is very, very hard for you to get a man that is going to stick by you. But when you are light-skinned, you are going to see that you have an unfair advantage in life. Try it out. You might be a girl with no nyash at all. Then they come another girl with a very big one. Then the girl might be dark-skinned, but still will be beaten up by the one who would be light-skinned. So that is my own story, Brother Nashi. If you can, because I feel lazy to record or write it down, if you can just try to write it down, everything that I have told you. Then you will tell me, because I will be following through in the comment section. Dear listeners, right there was a message that was comes from the conversation, WhatsApp call conversation that I had with our dear sister. Strange things indeed they do happen in this world. Yo.